Hi friends, Dan Folkman, and yes, I'm down here on Wisconsin Avenue in the shade of the federal building, and this is Families Belong Together. This is the event that we were talking about. A great turnout, and I'm going to be quite mobile here and just move around. Watching Families Belong Together. Milwaukee's part of a national movement here. All across the country, people are gathering to protest and affirm that yes, it's the moral thing to do. Families do belong together. Let me just move the camera around so you get an idea of just how many people are here. This is live on YouTube and Facebook. We are live on YouTube and Facebook.
We are fighting for our freedom. We shall not be moved. We're fighting for our freedom. We shall not be moved like a tree standing by the water. We shall not be moved. Reach out to one another. Reach out to one another. We shall not be moved. Reach out to one another. We shall not be moved like a tree standing by the water. We shall not be moved. One more time. We shall not. We shall not. We shall not be moved. We shall not. We shall not be moved like a tree standing by the water.
I saw you.
We shall not be moved. I was in the how about this one?
You're watching Families Belong Together, Milwaukee's protest and affirmation. Families Belong Together, being live streamed on Facebook and YouTube.
What you like?
moral obligation to make sure that our government, our national government, state and local citizens and residents, refugees and all, affirm families belong together. We are broadcasting live on Facebook and YouTube. Share this live stream with your network of friends and social media associates. There's still plenty of time to come down here. This is downtown Milwaukee on Wisconsin Avenue. We're in front of the federal building, gathered here to affirm that families belong together. It's a moral obligation to make sure that all families belong together. Going to move down.
Every person deserves.
Hopefully I can get there without falling.
Illegal permanent residents, an immigrant, a refugee, everyone deserves peace and love and human dignity. We know that now.
All right, here we are. Families belong together. Live stream on Facebook and YouTube. Don't worry about it. We're all here together.
Hello, everyone. We'd like to have the people who are on the street.
Tony, how you doing?
In the back of the building, so that we are not on the street because we don't have, unfortunately, a permit for that. So if we can have everybody in or in the back is, there's no sun, so it's really, actually it's
Tony,
really cold in there.
I'm live on Facebook and YouTube right now. You want to say a few words?
Sure.
It's Tony Baez. Tony, tell us a little bit about why you're here, but first, introduce yourself.
My name is Tony Baez, and I have been an activist in the Milwaukee community, and I'm right now in the Milwaukee School Board. It's important for people to know that the board passed a resolution on Thursday night signed by all members of the board condemning the separation of families and children at the border. Okay? And I believe very strongly that we need to continue this effort to resist and to fight back, because this is immoral, this is wrong, this is criminal, and we have to stop it. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. You heard that. This is absolutely fabulous. The school board passed a resolution.
Make some noise!
We're broadcasting live on Facebook and YouTube.
Okay, can everybody hear me now?
All right. I'm going to position myself so we can get some better
Say
view.
it loud, say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here. Okay, so if we can have again, people, the speakers over where Joe is. Joe is right here. He's one of the organizers of these events. Thank you, Joe. And my name is Lou Sosa. I'm from Citizen Action of Wisconsin.
Get my camera in, sure.
Actually, we're gonna
Excuse
move
me, I gotta get the
spaces.
camera.
Can everybody see me now? I'm kind of short, but I'm here. Hello. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. We're just gonna have one more song from Shayna, and then we'll get started, okay? Thank you so much for being here.
You heard it. We're going to have one more song. Again, if you just tuned in, this This is live on Facebook and YouTube. This is the Milwaukee protest and affirmation. Families belong together. We're here in moral outrage about what our federal government is doing, and we're here.
It's for all of us who are here in the country we have come to know, whether we're new to this country, whether we spent our entire lives. This last year has perhaps made us feel homeless, groundless, without a sense of belonging.
Inmensa nostalgia invade mi pensamiento y al verme tan solo y triste cual hoja al viento quisiera llorar, quisiera morir de
I'm still, yes, if you guys also can keep the signs down in front of the cameras, that would be great. No, not the ones in the back. In the one in the back, yes. Another logistic, if you need water, if you need to go to the bathroom, we have the Fister right there. They, they hosted Trump, but now they need to help us, okay? Yes, leave a big thumb there. So we need to cannot be on the street. So if we can make sure that people come in a little bit more, there's a lot of space in the back also over here. I know you guys want to see, but just make sure that you come in. Okay, my name is Luz Sosa again from Citizen Action of Wisconsin, and we're hosting this event today with our partners, the ACLU, Voces de la Frontera, People's Action, Brewery Workers Local 9 UAW, Move On, National Domestic Workers Alliance, Progressive Moms of Wisconsin, Women's Refugee Commission, SEIU Local 1, League of United Latin American Citizens, LULAC, American Federation of Teachers Local 212. We also have faith leaders and other local partners. We want to thank you so much for being here again.
Here we go.
Okay, hello. I'm a little bit short, like I said. Okay, so what are our demands today? We want to reunite families now. Permanently and family separation, and immediately reunify those who have been separated. Also, we want to end family detentions. Children and families deserve due process, not indefinite imprisonment. Children do not belong in cages and intermittent life camps. Family incarceration is not the solution to family separation. We also want to end the zero tolerance policy. We want to reverse the Trump administration's policy that created this crisis and chaos to begin with. Parents should not be criminally prosecuted. They're doing what parents do, which is to bring their children to safety. This horrible nightmare for families will only end when Trump permanently stops his 100% prosecution policy. We also want to abolish ICE. ICE was only created to wake of the 9/11 attacks. The well-documented and horrifying abuses from ICE, including sexual assault, punching children, shooting children as they run away, are unacceptable. This agency is clearly out of control, violent, and dangerous to all of our communities. We must immediately abolish ICE. We also do not want the Muslim ban ever. Just like the Dred Scott case that upheld slavery, Korematsu, which allowed for the unjust imprisonment of Americans of Japanese descent during World War II, the Supreme Court's shameful decision to uphold President Trump's bigoted Muslim ban is a betrayal and a stain on the court's record. We will never accept this attack on our Constitution or our Muslim brothers and sisters. So now, we would like to start with a blessing of our event. If Kelly Anderson can come forward. Kelly Anderson, our pastor. Are there any pastors or anybody from any faith community who would like to give a blessing? Anybody? Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. And your name?
Anna, Robin Miller.
Okay, so if all the faith leaders can come, and thank you so much.
Let us pray. Holy One and Creator of us all, we pray that you bless this time together. We pray that you bless our country and you bless those that right now are in prison, the families, the children, Give them the sense of love that can only come from you, and fill each of us here with that love so that we too can show that love to them, so that they know that you love them through our love for you. Bless this protest, bless our arms, bless our hearts, bless our minds, bless those that are going to vote, bless those that cannot yet vote, bless our voices. Bring an end to all of this and bring your love and your peace to all. And we ask this in the one that creates us all. God, our creator, our sustainer, our friend. Amen.
Thank you so much. So our next speaker will be Alicia Ferreira from Voces de la Frontera. Is Alicia here? Is Alicia here, Ferreira? So while we give her some time to arrive, we would like to have Riley Reed, who will be speaking on get out the vote and keeping our community safe.
Nosotros la gente. For you non-Spanish speakers, we the people. It's an important phrase ingrained in American beliefs. It starts our Constitution. We the people of the United States in order to form a more perfect union, and so on. The true meaning of being an American and what many think qualifies you as an American gets skewed. If you talk to people from other countries and what they think about America, our image has definitely been damaged in the past year or so. But one theme remains constant: the land of opportunity and the American dream. But who decided that's only limited to certain people?
The rich.
Okay.
Yeah, really close.
Okay. Do you want me to restart or? No? Okay. Okay. Give me you're hungry, you're tired, and you're poor. That's the base of the Statue of Liberty. We are a land of immigrants, yet the intolerance towards immigrants has only grown. How could you hate someone for wanting a better life for themselves and their family? Instead of acceptance, there's a rhetoric by our leaders of hateful, discriminatory speech that includes only what they see as a danger and of zero humanity. But this country is not for them, it is for all of us. It was built by the dreamers and it's for the dreamers. And don't doubt for a moment you don't belong here.
That's right.
Families come with nothing in their pockets but hope and only dream in their eyes, only for that to be torn from them as their children are locked in cages and are treated like monsters, when the real monster's in the White House. The only thing I can think to say is I call BS. This Constitution says secure blessings of liberty for all. What part of detaining families is freedom? We the people, all of us.
That's right.
The past of leaders only representing themselves has been happening for too long, but I think something's changing. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez of New York is an example of that. She represents a new generation, an unrepresented demographic. I know it seems hard. I know it only seems to get worse and worse, but we have to keep fighting. Lucha más, fight more. The people I've seen in recent rallies and protests are the strongest and the bravest. They sacrifice anything for their families. Those are my heroes. I'm going to continue this fight too. I'm going to work and fight to become an immigration lawyer. I want to fight this fight with you. We want to help. I am a youth activist and I represent Wisconsin Anti-Violence Effort and March for Our Lives. And we are here fighting with you and for you. So I encourage you and push you to get out to the polls. Go vote. Register if you haven't. We will help you get registered in any way we can. We need leaders that represent us and will end this terror. And my fellow young people, we are key in this. We are the future generations. We need to help make the changes so our future is brighter and better to live in. So going back to the message, we the people, to form this perfect union, we need to be united, and we can only do this juntos, together. Today we rally, tomorrow we vote. Be on the right side of history, stand with families, and stand with kids. Gracias.
Awesome. So if we can have Alicia Ferreira, is she here yet? Alicia Ferreira? Or Ferreira, I don't know if I'm saying the last name too Latin American wise. Okay, so our next speaker, Daryl Morin, he is actually from LULAC, and he is now a candidate to run for the presidency of LULAC. So let's give them a round of applause. Thank you so much, Daryl, for being here.
Thank you. Give her a round of applause. Isn't she awesome? Bienvenidos a todos. I am so happy to see all my brothers and sisters, because we're all brothers and sisters, come out from all parts of Wisconsin to say, we will not let this stand. There's a man in the White House. There's a man in the White House who thinks he knows what makes America great. But you know what? You are what make America great. I want to thank Citizen Action Wisconsin. I want to thank the ACLU and all of the other organizations that came together to make today a reality. In the last months, an overwhelming number of Americans have watched in horror as children, as infants have been stripped away from the loving arms of their parents. A 3-month-old nursing with his mother, ripped from her arms. And we watch this in horror. We have seen these powerful images of these children in tears. We have heard their cries in the dark, longing for their parents, sitting there in isolation. Yet sadly we see these hateful and grossly inaccurate remarks being made by this so-called person in the White House, trying to justify these inhumane policies. His hateful rhetoric has not just separated children, but has resulted in acts of hate all over our country from people of all colors and of all religions and orientations. All this man in the White House keeps repeating is how his zero humanity policy of tearing kids apart is in our best interest. No, it is not, Mr. Trump. It is in your own self-interest. We will not allow you to manipulate our laws to violate the laws of the Lord above. Thank you. Honk out there. Honk out there. Woo! In the words of Catholic Bishop, Chairman of the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops, children are not instruments of deterrence, but a blessing from God. That is why we will not rest. That is why we will not waver until this zero humanity policy is rescinded, and once and for all these children are united with their families, that these families are no longer held in detention, but in a manner that is respectful of their human dignity. God bless all of you. God bless the children and their parents. God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Daryl. Our next speaker is our representative, the only Latina who really fights for us at the state level on the 8th District and the state, Yocasta Samarripa.
Gracias, Lustosa. Hello, Wisconsin. Thank you for being here. I'm State Representative Yocasta Samarripa. I have the great honor and the tremendous responsibility of representing the largest Latino population in the great state of Wisconsin on Milwaukee's near south side. And my mom and my sister's cooking out, and I'm like, man, are we gonna have a turnout today? It's so hot. You know, people gotta hydrate, make sure you're hydrating. And I was thinking maybe we won't have a big turnout because of the heat. But here I am, and we're pretty much blocking Wisconsin Avenue, and it's a beautiful thing. And maybe you're here because you're the great-grandchild of an immigrant, or maybe you're here because you yourself are a first-generation immigrant. Maybe you're here because you're a member of an underrepresented community, African American, LGBT, Muslim, and you want to stand here with your immigrant brothers and sisters. And whatever reason brought you here, I want to thank you, because we're all the way in Wisconsin, man. We could try to say it's not our fight. This is all the way at the U.S.-Mexico border. It's not our fight, but we're here because we feel a responsibility to stand with our brothers and sisters at the border, to stand with those babies, those children who are separated from their families. And you know what? There's an empty space here. There's space right here. You know who should be standing here with us, shoulder to shoulder? Governor Scott Walker should be standing here with us, shoulder to shoulder. But he's not. He's complicit. He fundraised with President Trump just a day or so ago, right? He supports this anti-Latino, anti-immigrant agenda that Trump continues to further in this country, and we will not stand for it any longer. We're here to demand that we reunite families, that you stop family detentions, and that you end Trump's zero-tolerance policy. And before I hand this mic over to Luz Cosa, I want to make sure that I remind you guys, here's how we stand against Trump, Scott Walker for standing with Trump. We got 2 elections coming up. 2 elections. If you're a citizen, if you have the right to vote, it's your responsibility to go and cast a vote for a candidate that stands with us. Tuesday, August 12th is the primary. Tuesday, November 6th is the general. Get out and vote. It's our responsibility. Gracias.
Thank you, Jocasta. Our next speaker is one of our Citizen Action members, and we were so honored to be able to get him elected last year, Dr. Tony Baez.
How are you? Now, listen, first of all, we need to thank ourselves, okay? Come on, give it up for us. We need to thank ourselves. We're here because we believe. I don't need to repeat what others have said about what's happening in the border, because you already know, okay? It's important that we know and that we understand that. My colleague over here has already mentioned the people, those of us who happen to be elected officials and who have become involved and using the venue of the elections of who we are and how we participate in society. We continue to resist and fight back, but there are many venues of participation. That of people who get elected, and then of people who, like you, who come to these demonstrations and who participate in making a democracy better. You need to be a part of that effort. And sometimes, look, sometimes resistance is going to be civil, like sometimes we do, but sometimes it has to be uncivil. We have to resist in whatever way we know best. And those of you who are here have the audacity to resist and fight back, and we applaud you for that. I want to congratulate you. So participate in elections. Look, run in the elections. Don't just wait for some corporate magnate to show up and say, I am with you. Look at what Alejandria did in New York. We need young, intelligent, audacious people to participate in elections. You need to be part of this process of change. Please vote in November. Get others to vote. Mobilize, and let's continue to this in America to make it better for all of us.
Thank you, Tony. And I just want to recognize our brothers and sisters from SEIU Local 1. As you already know, there are many groups that are being attacked. And one of them is immigrants, women, and also unions. And as you know, when we stand together, there's nothing that can stop us. So when I say union, you say power, union, union. When I say people, you say power, people, people. When I say immigrant, you say power, immigrant, immigrant. Thank you. Our next speaker is Alderman Jose Perez. He's also one of our fighters here in the city of Milwaukee.
Who's angry? I said, who's angry? Who's ready to be uncivil? Me too. I just want to thank all of you for being here. This is power. Let's continue to exercise it. You've heard from all our speakers. Voting. Well, we fought hard at the city to get 8 early voting sites. So let's get out and vote early, and let's get out to all of our neighborhoods. We can bring people to our neighborhoods to vote. Let's make sure we do that. And as long as I'm at the city council, I will fight and make sure that our resources are never used to separate families and to be instruments of ICE. Never. I stand with all of you. Next event, voting, bring a friend, family, cousins, everyone. Let's do this. Si se puede.
Thank you, Jose. Shayna is going to introduce our next speaker. Shayna is actually a Citizen Action member and a Voces de la Frontera member, and she will be introducing Kelly.
Thank you, Luz. I'm also the coordinator of New Sanctuary Movement here in Milwaukee. We work with Voces de la Frontera. So we're talking about getting out. It's very, very important that we vote. Not all of us have the vote. If you don't have the vote, you know what you have? You have a voice. You can volunteer. You can sign on to organizations like Citizen Action and Voces de la Frontera and New Sanctuary Movement, and you can volunteer. So we work with families like the Ferreras. We work with families like the Ferreras who have family members who are showing up for routine check-ins at Immigration and Customs Enforcement, and they just simply do not come home. People are disappearing, everybody. People are disappearing. So Franco Ferreira, to give you a background, he came in at age 13 on a waiver, a visa waiver. He's lived in this country since 13 years old. He has some beautiful children. He's made a beautiful life here for him in the United States, and all that was abruptly stopped just 2 weeks ago when he went in for a routine appointment. So I'm going to pass the mic to Alicia, who can speak firsthand about what it feels like to be in a situation like this. In the meantime, please everybody, go to vocesdelafrontera.org. Go to New Sanctuary Movement Milwaukee on Facebook. See how you can be of service. We have people who are helping our community members go to court hearings. We have people who are helping to get the vote out. We have people who are showing up for interfaith vigils to connect people across the city in our faith and in what we know is right. Today we will be in Waukesha at 3 p.m. because Sheriff Severson is welcoming the 4 sheriffs that he has trained to act as ICE officials. Exercising 287G. So we need to go to Waukesha today at 3 p.m. and represent Waukesha Courthouse, 3 p.m. All right, I'm going to pass the mic on to Alicia Ferreira.
Hello, my name is Alicia Ferreira. I'm here to speak for my ex-husband, the father of my 3 children, who has been detained. His name is Franco Ferreira. I see his signs, and my children, those are my children. Like she said, Franco came here to the United States from Argentina in 2001 when he was 13 years old on a visa waiver program. He was complying with ICE and doing routine check-ins as his papers were processing, and he and his lawyer were blindsided June 11th, just about 3 weeks ago, and he was detained in the Milwaukee ICE Customs Enforcement here. And he was blindsided and taken into custody while he was complying with everything ICE was telling him to do. My kids, his children, are heartbroken, and I am here speaking on his behalf to demand the immediate release of Franco Ferreira. Franco is a loving father to 4 children, and he is their world. My twins and my son adore him, and they are devastated that they cannot see him or speak with him. They don't know what's going on, and Franco can't speak for himself, so that's why I'm here. Whatever's happening at the border is horrible, and it's also happening here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Families are being separated, and people are being detained, and it's cruel and immoral. I am here, please, I just want, and I'm so happy all these supporters have come, and I just want to speak out for every single family who's in this situation, and I just want, from the bottom of my heart, just my family to be reunited. Franco needs to be with his kids. My kids need their father, and this is inhumane, and this is child abuse. My children deserve their father. They need him, and they love him just as much as they love me, and it is not right that they can't see him or talk to him whenever they want.
Thank you, Alicia. I'm going to pass the mic to Franco's sister, Carolina. Before, I'd like you all to know that there is a petition for Franco and his family right now at vocesdelafrontera.org, where you can donate to his family and families like him, because like Alicia very generously said, this is not exclusive to her family. This is going on all over our city, all over our state. What's going on in the border is reprehensible, but what is going on in the city is also a separation of families that is aggressive, and it's affecting our children, and it's affecting our schools, it's affecting our community. So please visit vocesdelafrontera.org. We have some buckets up here that are going to be circulating around, and we're also collecting for families who are in a similar situation. Thank you. Carolina Brumfeld is Franco's sister. She'd like to say a few words.
Hi, my name is Carolina Brumfield, and I want to thank everyone for being here today and stepping up and standing up for all the families who are suffering and can't speak for themselves because they're either detained or separated from their families. Like Alicia said, my brother is detained and has been detained for almost 3 weeks now. Our families are broken. His children need him, and this is not right. I would like to ask anybody or anyone who's able to help out, reach out. People who have power, please look at his situation in our family and how much we're suffering and how this is not right. He's not a criminal. He doesn't have a criminal record. He's been here for almost 2 decades, and he needs his family. His family needs him. Please help us and support our situation, and just keep fighting for him and for everyone. Keep fighting for him and speaking up for him and everyone in the same situation. This isn't right, and we can do this. We have the power, and our voices matter, and we need everyone who cares and has a heart to help and support all these injustice and these situations we're all in because of laws that aren't fair and aren't right. Please help us and support my brother and his kids. They are USA citizens themselves, and they have the right to have a father in their lives, and my brother wants nothing more than to be in their lives. Thank you for coming today.
Right now who has the power to release Franco Ferreira and countless others who are detained and criminalized for no reason. His name is Ricardo Wong. He is in the Chicago ICE office. Ricardo Wong! And you can appeal to him on Voces de la Frontera page. That is, every time we do a petition, it goes directly to Ricardo Wong. So this just in. The only good thing, and I say the only good thing about the climate we're in now, is that our organizations are reaching out and working together. On July 7th, 2018 at 2:30 p.m., the General Defense Committee Industrial Workers of the World are going to be marching around the Kenosha Detention Facility. New Sanctuary Movement will be there in support, as well as other organizations. So the flyers are, just so everybody's aware, the flyers are going around July 7th, because we need to start really making people aware in detention facilities, in facilities that are corroborating with this unjust criminalization of community members, that we will not stand for it. These people are our family. They are our community members, and we need to support them.
Thank you so much, Shayna. If we don't get it, shut it down. 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 Thank you so much, guys. Our next speaker is Marisa Ocampo, and she's from the ACLU. She will be talking about the litigation that is going on right now. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Like she said, my name is Marisa. I'm from the ACLU of Wisconsin. Originally, I'm from Dallas, Texas. My father is an immigrant. He crossed over from Mexico when he was about 21 years old. So when I see those photos of children and their families behind cages, it hits very close to home for me. I can't even begin to imagine the pain those children and their parents are feeling, not knowing when they'll see each other again or where they are. But it's far from over. We know that because of public pressure, Trump has passed an executive order. Who's heard of that, the executive order? Yeah. What does that do? It's replacing family separation with indefinite family detention, or eventual separation again. And we know that children in jails is never a solution. We had an enormous victory the other day. A Californian judge passed an injunction to bring back families together in 30 days and younger for less for younger children. But we know the administration will probably not follow that injunction. And so the ACLU promises to fight until every child is back in their parents' arms. Immigrants are not criminals. People of color are not criminals. Our country is separated separating as many families as it can. It's criminalizing as many families as it can. Every day it's doing more to do so. It's not just at the border, it's the Muslim ban that's separating Muslim families across the world. It is mass incarceration and police violence that's separating black families from their loved ones. We must do everything we can to fight against the racialized lies that separate us, because our rights are under attack and we must join together to fight against that. They separate us because together, united communities and united families are powerful. Right now, there are joint actions across the states, across the country. We are having our voice heard on this issue. But whatever brought you here today, the fire that you feel, the anger that you feel, don't let it die today. Let's put that fire into the organizations that organize this event. Let's volunteer for campaigns. Let's vote in August and November. We got to do everything that we can to fight against this wave of criminalization. Everything. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Marisa. And if I can have Joe hands, there.
Wow. Can everybody hear me? All right. Just want to say a few things. Thank you everyone for coming out today. The sun is making an appearance. We had some shade, but not so much. So please stay hydrated, stay cool. One thing I would like to say is in 2016, 40% of registered voters didn't vote. Right? We got to change that. So I'm here to introduce the next speaker. She's a first-generation American. Her biological mother came over from Mexico to the United States. She served in the Armed National Guard as a combat medic. She is a nurse practitioner. She has 2 young children. I have a 5-month-old myself, and I am scared. I am absolutely scared about what's going on in my country. Emily Segrist is running for State Assembly in the District 24. She, like many people, are saying that voting is not enough. And we're going to run, and we're going to win, and we're going to change this. We're going to make this better. All right, please welcome Emily Segrist.
This is incredible. Thank you. It is an honor to be here today. Okay, how's that? Good. Better? Okay. So thanks everyone for being here. Make sure you're drinking water. We have some up here, so please grab some. I want to make sure everyone's being taken care of like we should be doing, because it's the right thing to do. So not even 2 years into this presidency, here we are again. We have been forced to have marches and rallies for women's rights, science and climate change, gun reform, and here we are today in solidarity because we believe families should stay together while our current administration wants to separate them indefinitely. When I think about this, like Joe said, I have a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old, and every night I think about what these families are going through without putting their children to bed and reading them their books, brushing their teeth, and giving them a bottle and kissing them goodnight. It breaks my heart what we are doing to families here. My name is Emily Segrist, and I'm running for State Assembly in the 24th District here in Wisconsin. Thank you. My biological mother was from Mexico. She believed that America was a land of opportunity and wanted a better life for her children. She moved to Minnesota, where circumstances led her into giving up my biological brother and I up for adoption. And I am grateful and understanding of this great sacrifice she did for us. She gave us a chance, and each day I try to take full advantage of it. I was adopted by a wonderful family in northern Minnesota, and I joined the Army National Guard right after 9/11 happened. I became a combat medic in the military and continued into nursing school after discharge, which I used the GI Bill and then student loans to help me get through school. So why am I running for office? It's a good question. It's a fair question. The 2016 presidential election was a wake-up call for me. I realized I had become complacent and needed to become more involved. I remember the day after the election so vividly. I had dropped my daughter Caroline off at preschool and needed to run a quick errand. And as I parked my car, I was 8 months pregnant with my son Elias, and I started to cry. What were we telling our girls and the young women who we elected? And honestly, this is not what my son should be looking up to as an idol or some person that we should be admiring. Yes. I believe in our country. We are a melting pot, and we are proud of this. We thrive on diversity. This is what makes our country so great. I stand here before you as a first-generation American, and I'm asking that we stand together in solidarity, that we stand united against this administration, and that we say this is enough. Children have been taken from their families and placed in cages on concrete floors. They've been shipped to over 17 states, which also includes Wisconsin. This isn't who I want us to be, and I know you feel the same way. So if you're feeling frustrated and helpless, like many of us has probably felt in the last few weeks, there are ways we can continue to fight back. We need to continue to call our representative, Senator Ron Johnson, and keep pressuring him to sign Keeping Families Together Act. Find your local candidate and ask if they need help, like myself. We need help knocking doors and making phone calls. Or a contribution as well. But at the end of the day, we need to vote. August 14th is our primary, and November 6th is our midterm election. We need to make sure that we are electing individuals like myself and others that believe in America and believe in accepting people for wherever they are from. As I close out here, remember what has made our country a place where parents want to raise their children.
That's right. Yeah.
I stand today in support of immigrant families at our borders and throughout the United States. My name is Emily Segrist, and I'm running for State Assembly in the 24th District. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Emily. And remember, the elections are August 14th. We need to elect people like Emily, people like Marisabel Cabrera, people like Mandela Barnes, who is our next Lieutenant Governor. So I would like to introduce our next speaker. Elise Hogg is an expert in organizing and mobilizing grassroots support around social justice issues, including human rights. media reform and representation, and reproductive freedom. She has been the president of NARAL Pro-Choice America since 2013 and previously has worked at advocacy organizations including MoveOn.org, Friends and Democracy, and Media Matters. During her tenure at NARAL, Elise has pushed the national conversation around abortion access to be access as a fundamental right and self-determination for women. She has run a successful campaign demanding presidential debate moderators ask about abortion and support winning candidates for U.S. Senate in Nevada, New Hampshire, Maryland, and California who made reproductive freedom central at their campaign in 2016. At the Democratic Party, in 2016, Elise made history by sharing her own abortion story on national stage, explaining that it's not that simple as bad girls get abortions and good girls have families. We are the same women at different times in our lives. Each making decisions that are best for us. Elise regularly contributes commentary to news outlets such as New York Times, CNN.com, The Nation, Cosmopolitan, and Elle Magazine. She was featured in Elle Magazine's 10 Most Powerful Women in D.C. And she's here today. Let's give her a round of applause. Elise Hall.
I'm the president of NARAL Pro-Choice America, and I am here representing our 35,000 members in Wisconsin and our more than 2 million members nationwide. Pictures are pouring in from all over the country. This is a force that cannot be reckoned with. Personal stories that have dominated the stage today. These are real people with real courage to stand up in the face of tyranny and terror and show us that their bravery and their personal stories and their love for their families will persevere. I am a mother who will not worry tonight that my children will be ripped from me. I am a daughter who was raised in the story of other generations in other countries who were separated, and I was taught by my parents that I have a special responsibility to speak up when it is happening again, even if it is not happening to me. To all of my brothers and sisters, wherever they are, from my home state of Texas to the great state of Wisconsin, and that we will not let this cruel administration and their enablers in the Congress and in the state houses to hide behind a mantle of being pro-life and pro-family when they rip children away from their loving parents. Because we cannot let the bravery of these individuals being individually affected go unanswered. Those of us with the privilege to not be afraid, those of us with the
each other because you are beautiful and because what they depend on is us to not believe in each other. They think that they can outlast us. They think that they can dispirit us. They think we will go home and curl up into a ball. But make eye contact. Make eye contact with your neighbors and your community members and resolve today that love will outlast hate, that courage will outlast fear. And that together we will end this injustice and make sure that we keep families together. Thank you very much. City of Milwaukee and for the state of Wisconsin for as long as I can think of. She is the awesomest person ever, and it's a great honor. Thank you, Congresswoman Gwenmore.
To the federal courthouse because once again we are called upon to defend the Constitution of the United States. Once again we got to give up our nice Saturday, our holiday weekend, when we're celebrating the birth of our country. We gotta once again stand up and say, you better get it right. Oh, come on now. This is something that we just gotta do as Americans. We have seen this picture before. Separating children from their parents.
That's right.
Oh, we saw it in slavery. I remember that one. We saw it with Japanese internment camps. We just got ourselves the Muslim ban. And I went down, oh yeah, and I went down to the border last weekend. And let me tell you, I was almost taken into ICE custody. Let me tell you why. Because I almost fainted when I marched in there and saw the kids in the chain link cages. I almost became a patient. And let me tell you something. They had the little Mylar blankets on them. There is no warmth that is warmer than the touch of your mother. When united, will have tremendous PTSD and suffer lifelong mental, physical, and health consequences. And what does our president say? That our detention centers are clean. There's nothing clean about violating the United Nations Declaration of Human Rights. to know that you got my back. And let me tell you, don't think that it doesn't make a difference that you are all gathered here. This outrage can move mountains. Because as this debate goes forward, it is only you, the American people, we the people, that's going to prick the consciousness. We can't prick Donald Trump's conscience, but prick the consciousness of men and women in the Senate and in the House of Representatives. You know what? Every religion out here, I don't care whether you're Christian, Muslim, Jewish, agnostic, atheist, Buddhist, there ain't no religion nowhere that supports separating babies from their mothers. But as Martha says, we need to do justice and love mercy. And ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, we're going to keep on marching on, because we ain't going to never give up. And we ain't going to never give up.
Appreciate you being in the hot weather here today. I hope you enjoy the speakers, and remember to vote. August 14th is the next elections. Please, let's make sure that we vote for Mandela Barnes, Gabriel Gomez, who is actually running against Jesse Rodriguez in the 21st. And let's make it happen. Let's get Trump out of office in 2020. When I say together, you say, we rise together. 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 We rise. When I say people, you say power, people! Power! 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 Thank you so much! Please return the signs over in the middle over here, please. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, everybody. You've been watching Families Belong Together, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Our protest, our affirmation. People, families belong together. Thank you for watching. Share this broadcast with your friends, your associates on social media. This was a fabulous program. The sun is beating hard.
How you doing, Dan?
Hey, thank you very much. This is.
Did you get my good side?
I got your best side.
Oh, you got my best side.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey.
This is live on Facebook. Say a word. Why are you here?
You know, we had 97 people arrested in D.C.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Hey. And it's just starting. I mean, we're just like, we've only just begun.
Very good. Thank you so much.
And I had to be here. I had to
be here.
We all had to be here.
Yeah, amen.
Amen. Hi. Say a word. Facebook and YouTube. We're live right now. Why are you here?
Love, not hate, makes America great.
Say your name and who do you represent?
Jerry Hills. I'm a Democratic Socialist. I like to think that I represent everybody who thinks like me.
Very good. Thank you, Jerry. Very good. We're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube. All right, folks, you can see the crowd is breaking up. Again, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Please share this with your friends, your associates. Ask them to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Your goal is to get as many people, to reach as many people as we can, far and wide. Thank you for showing up. And with that, good night, or good afternoon. A good part of this crowd is going out to Waukesha County. We heard that earlier. There'll be another protest there this afternoon. Unfortunately, I can't make it, but thank you for showing up. With that, I'm going to sign off.